Pokemon fever seems to be in a resurgence thanks to the recent gameplay trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Fan art of the starters is everywhere, and even brands like Arby's wants a piece of that sweet Pokemon pie. But perhaps the strangest tweet comes from the official Twitter of Canada, who simply asks, "What is the most Canadian Pokemon?" The overwhelming answer seemed to be Bidoof and its evolution Bibarel, though there were plenty of other suggestions as well. But that got us thinking, which Pokemon is the most American? Well, this is just my opinion of course, but I've made a list of what I believe to be the top 10 Pokemon that embody, or at least represent, the good old USA the most. Growing up in the country, I was always warned to stay away from skunks. Nobody wants to get sprayed by their stink, and they have a tendency to end up as roadkill. Maybe that's why I've always associated Stunky, and its evolution Skuntank, as a uniquely American design. After all, its Pokédex entries are pretty much just descriptions of a normal skunk, though their mile-wide radius for its stink zone is slightly more impressive. However, because skunks can be found all across North America, which of course includes Canada, as well as in South America and some Pacific islands, they aren't uniquely American, which is why it stinks up the list at number 10. Having grown up in the country, deer season was a major event. Kids were even allowed to skip school on the first day of the season. Add in the fact that I'm always having to look out for the dang things when driving at night, and yeah, Deerling and its evolution Sawsbuck definitely feel like American Pokemon. But, like skunks, they're not entirely unique to the United States. Though I must admit, it's really grim to think of there being a Sawsbuck hunting season. Let's just move on before this gets too dark. Saggy pants were all the rage in the mid-90s. All the cool kids seemed to be rocking this look, even to the point of struggling to keep them up. So whenever I look at Scraggy and its evolution Scrafty, I can't help but think of those classmates. It's always holding up the loose skin, which makes me wonder how it fights so effectively. Combine that with its punkish mohawk, and Scrafty is totally American. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but the United States produces a lot of trash. Every week, garbage collectors come around to pick it all up, only so we can repeat the process all over again soon after. And that's not even to speak of the trash that never even makes it into the bin and just floats around. Literally. Anyone else remember New York's Mobro 4000 incident in the mid-80s, where a barge floated back and forth carrying the same trash because all the landfills were full? Yeah. Hence, Trubbish and Garb Odor. Trubbish was created when excess garbage bags mixed with chemical waste and somehow gave life to a sentient Pokemon. How does that even work? Beyond that mystery, even the Pokemon developers associate Trubbish's evolutionary line with America. After all, it's found in Unova, which is based on New York City. Who knew Pokemon could offer commentary on modern-day America? Americans sure do love dairy products. Milk, cheese, ice cream, the list goes on. So it just makes sense that Miltank is an American Pokemon. It's a walking milk factory. It's the source of the drink item Moo Moo Milk, which is said to be incredibly nutritious, and for the longest time, it was also the only Pokemon that could learn the recovery move, Milk Drink. Although it is a little weird that it drinks its own... Never mind. Who are we to judge? But the question remains. Got Miltank? While Halloween is celebrated all over the world, Americans seem to be the ones who go the most all out. And its place in American pop culture is how it eventually found its way to Japan. And what better represents Halloween than the jack-o'-lantern, as personified by the Pokemon Pumpkaboo, which is a portmanteau of pumpkin and peekaboo, and its evolution Gourgeist. And like real pumpkins, they can be found in a variety of sizes. It's not wholly American since jack-o'-lanterns are believed to have originated in Ireland and inspired by the will-o'-wisp myth. But for me, there's a lot of association with America in terms of the holiday, which Pumpkaboo frighteningly represents. Ha ha! Get it? It's a fat joke, cause Americans eat a lot. It's so funny and clever. Yeah, I should probably go exercise more. They don't come much more American than both Natu and Xatu, who are designed after totem poles carved by the Native Americans, specifically Zat totem poles, which is where Xatu got its name. It's a Pokemon inspired by the history of the United States by utilizing the mythology of the people from that history. Pokemon has done this time and time again, taking inspiration from mythologies all over the world. It's just this one is uniquely us. I gotta say though, while Xatu may be a Gen 2 Pokemon, it's a Gen 1 American. Along with Xatu, it's here that we get into the Pokemon that really do best represent America. Bouffalant is based on the American bison, an animal that is mostly unique to the United States. There are some buffalo that can be found in Africa, and that seems to be where Bouffalant's horns were influenced, but otherwise, it's pure American. Even its afro can be seen as an American style, and who doesn't remember their constant appearances in the Oregon Trail? Or am I showing my age again? Anyway, is there really a Pokemon more American than Bouffalant? Well, there had better be, otherwise we can't count. It almost seems too obvious, but come on. When you think of animals that represent America, you think of the bald eagle. It's both the national bird and national animal of the country, and Rufflet and Braviary both fully embrace this. Look, they even have the red, white, and blue coloring. And Rufflet has a single feather on its head which could be inspired by Native American culture. These two are all American all the time, and get my vote for the most American Pokemon. But these are just my choices. What about you? Do you agree? Disagree? And if you don't live in America, which Pokemon do you feel best represents your country? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Game Explained for more on Pokemon and other things gaming.